Okay. Hello guys, this is Igor MGTOW and Video Games, and today we're going to do another live stream, as that's what we always do. Because this is already tradition in my streams to do a live stream. And someone should be popping in real soon. I'm going to check in my stream to see if any other people want to join. Oh, too late. And I'm gonna see whether Matt is in the stream. Oh, hello, Matt. Matt.
Hello there, Igor. Thanks for
So
having me.
today oh yes. So today we're going to talk about the anti-MGTOWs. Oh, some Serbian MGTOW just popped into the chat. Hello. So today we're going to talk about who exactly is the anti-MGTOW and what do we do with them. Because trust me, that little Jamie guy is up to no good.
Sorry, I could barely hear you. You talking about that Jamie guy, like in theory?
Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, he's one of the many anti-MGTOWs. And
Yeah.
also Yokio wasn't really friendly to MGTOW.
Well,
So,
I could tell you some things about this like in theory guy. For one thing, he was originally labeling himself as a MGTOW, but when the other MGTOWs didn't accept him, he spurred out and started this purple pill nonsense, and then started calling everybody MGTARs. So basically, he's like a spurned female. He got rejected. He wasn't allowed in our little club, and so he's having a hissy fit.
oh, so that's why he's attacking us. He's calling us, if anyone calls us MGTOW, that's the perfect sign that he's not a MGTOW and that he's attacking us.
See, the great thing about MGTOW is generally men who choose to go their own way. They're not the type of guys that really care about other people's opinions. They're not seeking validation from other people. They've already taken the cost benefit, looked at the cost benefit analysis, and like, hey, there's nothing in it for me. I don't need to get married to fit in or get respect from my peers, or I don't need to chase pussy to get to feel like a man. Instead. And I'm not even saying that you have to choose a life of celibacy. You could be MGTOW and still date women. You can still have sex with women if that's
Oh,
what you choose.
oh,
Or
speaking,
you could go MGTOW monk and say, I'm done with women for good. I don't need to deal with them at all. I don't, I, you know, sex isn't a priority in my life. The
oh,
thing about
that,
MGTOW is it's about freedom.
yes. That reminds me of a video I did where someone calls us quitters for refusing to serve the plantation. He says, not marrying is not an option. This religious textbook says that we must marry at all costs. That's what this re-
So, so he's going by religious reasons then?
religious reasons and because female validation. It's a mix of both.
Right. Like what these people are is they're conformists and
Yeah.
they're pseudo fascists. They believe everybody has an obligation to serve their agenda, and that's not the case. I wasn't put up here on Earth just to serve and please other people. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of
Oh,
it. There's always going to be somebody out there, some stranger that thinks that that they should be running your life, that they have any business telling other men how to run their own lives. They don't. So that's why there's always a lot of shaming, especially with
oh
single
yes.
men.
Oh yes. That same video he says if you don't marry you should question your own manhood. Exactly what my senses were telling. Shaming tactics.
Yeah, the shaming tactic. Just for seemingly not being interested in women or not pursuing women, you'll be labeled gay. You'll be labeled a weirdo. You'll be treated differently in the workplace. You're treated differently at home. You're treated differently at school. Yeah, men have a lot of unfair. We get all the responsibilities put on our shoulder. Where we gotta perform. We gotta make all the money. We gotta do all the heavy lifting. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. We're expected to do everything for everybody else. But what are people offering us as men?
Yes. And he says you must go through relationship and something, and then I basically turned his argument around and said, "Oh, why should we go to relationship when it doesn't benefit us?" And then he made this argument that says, "Oh, MGTOWs are just watching porn and playing videos." Then I made the counter argument and used Portuguese MGTOW as an example on how MGTOWs are not just people who go in the basements.
Yeah, that's just the stereotype they want to peg MGTOW as that they're all incels, that they're all like, they're all hanging out in the basement playing video games. Like really, I'm not into video games.
If
Um,
you've seen
I'm not
Portuguese,
yeah, I'm not MGTOW because I was rejected by women. I'm MGTOW because I'm the one that was rejecting women. Because when I was young, all I've seen from females is all the drama and the stress they bring to the table, all the grief they bring to people's lives, how they got everybody walking on eggshells around them 24/7, and it's just getting worse and worse for men. So and then you get into the whole marriage thing, right? Which is really just a form of legalized prostitution, where we're basically paying for the same piece of ass for the rest of our lives.
so it's basically a mom. Basically, marriage is a monthly subscription fee to a pussy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It is kind of like conscription. It's like with everything else. We're the ones that get drafted. We're the ones that get volunteered for other people's wars, and basically, and all marriages is we're paying for the privilege of paying for some woman to have a cushy lifestyle, right? The system was already set up so that women didn't have to work and men did, even after feminism. See, what gets me about this post-feminist society is they expect to have their cake and eat it too. They want everybody to be equal, but we're still supposed to treat women like they're women, and we're still supposed to coddle them. We're still supposed to act like they have no accountability for their own decisions. We're
What
still
they want is superiority.
Yeah,
What
well,
they want is
meanwhile they're sacrificing us. We're doing all the hard jobs. We're doing all the heavy lifting. We're the ones that are dying. We're the ones that are whose lifespans are significantly shorter than women. We're the ones that are running around dealing with all the responsibility while women are out fucking around and taking no responsibility and letting other people take care of them, and it's bullshit. I say if women really
oh
were really serious about this feminism shit, then they should be treated the way men are. But no, they want the illusion of equality while still being coddled the way females have been coddled for centuries. They still want that special female privilege that they've always had. They're not giving that up. They still expect men to take care of them and put up with them, and yeah, and shelter them.
yes. Serbian want Ivica Armanas, Serbian dictator said women want to enforce the slave mentality into our brains.
Women are basically sheep. They're followers. Like rarely have I seen women truly stand out. Rarely are women leaders. They usually go with the flow, follow the herd. They're very conformist animals. Men are natural leaders. It's always men who always um, stand up against the status quo and say, "Hey, no, I think we should be doing things this way because the other way hasn't been working." Women will
Yeah.
just go along with whatever the narrative is most of the time. Like, look at all the female groupies we have in MGTOW, right? Why don't they just start their own thing like WGTOW? They don't. They want to hang
Uh,
around us and follow us around.
wait. There In 2017, some women started MGTOW. It ended horribly because it failed.
Yeah, they call themselves WGTOW, but where do I see them all the time? On MGTOW streams. They're not WGTOW, they're groupies.
Yes, women are not leaders and are not capable of being leaders. Just look what Urkel did. She's a female and she basically heads up the entirety of Europe.
Sorry, your audio is really bad. I can barely hear you. Can you repeat all that?
So Merkel was a female and wait a minute. Merkel was a leader, a female leader, and she basically in 2015 effed up the entirety of Europe.
Her name is Purple, and she was a leader.
Merkel, Angela Merkel.
Oh, Merkel, Angela Merkel. Angela Merkel just destroyed her own country by letting all the immigrants in, and and like I said, there's no problem with immigration, but with these libtards, they think they're like, oh, we don't need borders. Let everybody in. Let everybody all in at once, right? Let, let let's not let's all pretend that there isn't the reality that there are Muslim extremists and they hate our way of life and they want to kill us because we don't follow Islam, and that's what they're doing, invading our country. Countries like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Germany has become a joke. There's
Just imagine Sweden.
yeah, basically Sweden all over again.
Yes, and even Sweden, Swedish Prime Minister decided to call that every man is a rapist.
Yeah,
Sweden, Sweden is a meme at this point.
no, it's just unbelievable. If you apply the liberal logic to running a country, like let's say oh, we don't need borders. I guess we don't need doors on our houses either. I guess we don't need windows to keep people out of our houses, right? We should just
Oh
let
yeah.
everybody in and take whatever they like. Yeah, they don't think about how much resources is available for a population. They don't think about overpopulation. They don't think about how one culture doesn't exactly fit into our culture, and we should expect people to conform to our way of life instead of pandering to theirs.
Oh.
We're not the ones moving to their country; they're moving to our countries, so they got to follow our rules, right?
Oh yes, but let's get back into the topic of the anti-MGTOWs.
All
So
right.
we know that this pesky lichen theory is an anti-MGTOW, and we know that Rose Blades decided to attack MGTOW.
Right. I can definitely give you some insight there. Like I said, like in theory, he's anti MGTOW because he's a wannabe MGTOW. He's too much of a blue pilled simp to lead the MGTOW lifestyle. So he tries to find a shallow middle ground. He calls it purple pill. Oh, I found a middle ground between the blue and the red pill. I call it purple pill. Basically, I can lead my blue pill simp lifestyle, but I'm red pill aware. So somehow I think everything's gonna work out for me because I act alpha. It's fucking retarded. It doesn't work that way. You're either red pill or you're blue pill, and I think we should get rid of the red pill blue pill analogy. But basically, like in theory, identified himself as a MGTOW. Nobody else recognized him as a MGTOW. So out of spite, he started this purple pill bullshit. Number one, to snub the MGTOWs for rejecting him. Number two, to have his own soapbox kind of quasi pseudo religion that he can be on his pulpit and lecture other grown men on how to manage their lives when he's a 33-year-old guy that lives with both his parents and he just wants to make money off of spouting absolute nonsense.
Nonsense, I agree.
And
He,
Rose and Rose
like a
Blades
serious patriotic.
and Rose Blades is just another MGTOW groupie. She was on this guy DDJ's dick. DDJ is a fake MGTOW. I exposed his real name is Jason Antibes. Jason rants on the radio. He's a guy from the media. He was posing as a MGTOW. That's why he's anonymous. But
Infiltrator.
he's an infiltrator, and so is Rose. Rose is an infiltrator. So
Yes,
Rose was
robot.
basically like an attack dog for this DDJ guy, and she was running around justifying everything this guy does. DDJ led this smear campaign against Chris Cantu and MGTOW 101 over the red pill coin, and then only for a year later to say, "Oh, well, they fixed it. The red pill coin's no longer a scam. Angry MGTOW fixed it." And it's like, well, and what? A half-assed apology after you destroy these guys' channels with your false accusations? And
Oh,
he's doxing people, sharing people's home addresses, trying to silence people, trying to shut them up.
oh, and
So
speaking of Angry MGTOW, he decided to call himself Angry Money Man and decided to attack the MGTOW community.
well, right. He was a fake MGTOW. He was a spurg. He made MGTOW look bad because he acted like a fucking retard, basically. At first, he was all MGTOW monk. Oh, I don't need sex from women at all, right? But the truth was, he was just a sexually inexperienced incel. And then when he started paying for sex, after he started paying for sex for the first time, oh, then he was all about the pussy. And then he left. I heard he left MGTOW like 3 times for a relationship. I mean, these guys are all frauds. Sandman is a fraud. Uh,
How? How
Didi
so?
well, Sandman, he's like everybody else. He's just there to make money. He's there to tell you what you want to hear, and he basically makes the same 5 videos over and over again. And he basically says, he's taking donations for video topics. So basically, he's getting paid by people to tell them exactly what they want to hear, and he flip flops. And he's left MGTOW 3 times for a chick as well. That's what I mean. He's no different from Angry MGTOW. When you think about who the real MGTOW are, don't look at these top 1,000 fucking subscriber YouTube channels for the real MGTOW content. If they're selling a product, chances are they're not really MGTOW. If they're selling a political ideology or an agenda, that has nothing to do with MGTOW. If they're selling sex dolls, that is definitely not MGTOW. I think the whole
Uh,
sex doll thing and how it was pushed in the MGTOW community is ridiculous because you know what it is. It's the whole idea of MGTOW was you don't need women for validation. You don't need to be chasing pussy. Um, but when you're buying a doll, you're screaming to the world, "I need pussy. I need pussy so bad that I need a fucking doll to satisfy my sexual urges because I can't get a real woman." That's ridiculous, and that makes MGTOW
well,
look retarded.
I don't see a problem to love dolls because love dolls are basically progress. It means if we have love dolls and they're sophisticated enough, turns out we don't even need women.
Well, what's wrong with your right hand? You're basically instead of simping for a woman and spending all your resources on her, you're spending all those resources on an inanimate object, a replacement woman.
Well,
I
if I
mean, like
ever
you
make
could you could just jerk yourself off and get the same result.
yes, but if I ever make a companion bot, I would make sure it's at least useful by being able to at least clean my room and such.
A companion bot to clean your room?
It's basically a servant bot.
Well, yeah, robots aren't that advanced yet, and they're not available to the average Joe Schmo working blue collar stiff, right? Yeah, I'd like to have those robots too. They can clean my room, right? Yeah, while they're at it, they can clean the rest of the house. They can mow the lawn. They could do whatever. I'll sit back and relax. I could get behind that. But what I'm saying is these sex dolls, the butt plugs, all this stuff. This uh, these guys that are all for the dolls, they're not MGTOW, they're incels. These are guys that can't get women. These aren't guys that chose to go their own way. These are guys that got rejected and then went, well, fuck women. Well, we don't need women, right? We got our dolls. And that's the same thing with these lesbians and their vibrators. Oh, we don't need men. Oh, I got a vibrator. It's that same whiny, sulky bullshit. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, do you see
Uh,
where I'm coming from?
MGTOWs in Serbia also told me there's in the Serbian new law that starts on July the 1st. But if you basically compliment a woman against her own will, you get 6 months in jail. That's in Serbia of all places.
Yeah. And I get that, and I get the rhetoric people use to sell the dolls, and it's like you can't trust women, you can't trust women. They'll falsely accuse you of rape and blah blah blah. So you might as well get your sexual needs met with a fucking doll. And it's like, you know what, you could get your sexual needs met without a doll, right? Without a woman, you can pleasure yourself. You could jerk yourself. You don't even need a fleshlight. I mean, if you're spending all this money on sex toys and all that, you're trying to fill a void. That's where I'm coming from. You know, as a MGTOW, you don't need women for validation. You can have them if you want to, but you could, like I said, you could, if you would rather be pursuing something else, you got the freedom to do so instead of chasing pussy. Maybe do something you enjoy better, like play some video games or program your own video games, make your own video games, or do something else you enjoy. Get invested in a hobby, make
Yeah.
YouTube videos, right? You're already living the MGTOW dream. You don't need to replace women with dolls, right? You
Uh,
can just ignore women
I made
completely.
this animation. Just look at this.
All right.
I just made this thing. Welcome to feminist Serbia. Complimenting women equals bad. You go to jail if you compliment the women. That's actually based on a true law that some Serbian MGTOWs showed me. Sent
I
me
heard
an
about that.
email. Yes, in July 1st, if you compliment a woman, you get 6 months in jail. That's if you compliment against her will. Basically, she doesn't approve you complimenting. So that's something.
Igor, how old are you?
Well,
You're 12 years old. You're a very young man. Um, how did you decide that MGTOW is the path you wanted for you?
well, I compared all the marriage statistics, and then I saw how good these MGTOWs are having their life, and then I saw how MGTOW is great. Then I watched videos over 2 years, and then I decided I want dollars, MGTOW, everything over a woman that can take away my resources.
You know, and so these people that dismiss the young MGTOW, right? They're really shooting themselves in the foot because what they need to realize is that kids aren't stupid. They've been paying attention to what's been going on in the world, right? A lot of them are coming from broken homes. I came from a broken home, and I saw with my own eyes how the system favored the woman over the man, no matter what the circumstances were. Even if it was the woman being the manipulative bitch and being the flaky, irresponsible retard, men are demonized by the family court system. So I decided when I was, a young kid, not much older than you, that I didn't want to get married. Why would I? What's in it for me? And back then I didn't know there was a name for what I was, but it's MGTOW, men going their own way. I still like sex. I still like pussy, but pussy isn't worth the bullshit that women expect you to go through for them. They think there's some kind of fucking prize when really they're offering the same service that every other whore is offering. Really, it just makes no sense.
A prostitute is just the same thing a marriage is just
Hmm.
cheaper.
Right, and and really, I think going to a prostitute is usually a lot more honest than going on date after date and just having somebody waste your time, having to listen to somebody's bullshit and their angsty fucking. soap opera about where I can't find a man, where, right? Having to listen to that shit when you would rather just cut to the chase.
So basically, prostitution is just the honest, uncensored version of the contract.
Because, well, really, we're paying for it anyway. We're paying for it anyway. And honestly, and depending on where you go, and I'm not saying people should be paying for prostitutes all the time. No, the opposite of that. I mean, the problem is we're placing too much value on pussy in the first place. But going to if you really need sex that badly, going to a prostitute is an option. I think.
Yes. So
It
basically,
makes more sense to me than wasting money on fuck dolls, which is the same thing. Because you got to pay for the shipping and handling, and then and then people are going to see this fucking thing delivered to your door. So you're going to be like, you're going to be laughed at by whoever sees you with this thing, and it's just really how's your dick going to get hard trying to fuck this lifeless thing unless you're into necrophilia or some shit. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be humping this like rubber doll with these lifeless eyes looking up at me. That would creep me out.
oh, speaking of dolls, I'd rather create my own dolls than have women on purpose damage it in shipping.
Yeah, but with a prostitute, and like I said, I don't. I'm not saying people have to go to prostitutes or whatever. I'm saying it's just an option. You can go to a massage parlor, get a massage, get a happy ending, right? Have her do whatever you want her to do to you, right? And have a good time. Really, like to be honest, I had more enjoyable sex with a prostitute than with any woman I had sex with. Doing the traditional thing, which is going on dates and wasting your time. Especially if you're not seeking a relationship, it really is a waste of time, money, and energy. And
I
then just to listen to the crap that comes out of these broads' mouths, they're fucking delusional.
Oh yes, but also keep in mind that prostitutes sometimes may hide viruses and such.
Yeah, you're taking the same risk you would by having sex with a regular woman.
I think I don't want to have viruses, so just avoid doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I respect the MGTOW monks too, right? I'm not a MGTOW monk. I don't have the what would they say, the willpower. um, but like
Just
if you're truly choosing the monk lifestyle and you're choosing celibacy, if that's what you want, that's a very honorable thing.
the only reason I have the opinion that clapping is 1,000 times better than having, diseases and everything and having to go to medical checkups every day.
You think fapping is better than having sex?
Well, at least you don't have the diseases. There could be sexually
Yeah.
transmitted diseases and everything come to run it. I don't want to go to medical checkups every day because a woman gave me a
That
disease.
that is true. Like I said, like sex was overhyped to me. Like I was disappointed the first time I had sex because people hyped it up to be this most important thing, right? You're not a man until you do this, and then I do it, and it's like, really, I could have jerked off and got the same results because that's what sex is. You're basically just jerking off inside of a woman.
Assisted fapping. So basically, it's just assisted fapping. What hell?
It,
What
it,
should be the better
it's
definition?
more fun than just jerking off on your own, but in the long run, when you ejaculate, you get the same sensation.
I don't see. I don't understand why are people hyping out that jerking off with a woman is better than jerking off regularly?
Well, because there's more fun. You get to kiss her, you get to play with her tits, you get to play with her body, you get to try all these different positions. You can role play, you can tell her to call you daddy. That's always fun.
Why would this even matter to the gourmet cows?
Why would that matter to MGTOWs?
To myself. You know, my name is Igor MGTOW.
Sorry, why would it matter to you if whether you're doing it with yourself or with another person?
Well, uh,
I mean, like I said, if you prefer jerking off on your own, like I said, that is MGTOW. That is part of MGTOW. I don't need a bitch. I can just jerk off on my own and do what I feel like it. Yeah, that's part of MGTOW.
yeah. I think I did. Before watching them.
I mean, and like I said, in a lot of ways, jerking off is a lot preferable than dealing with women. But at the same time, too, I know that sex with another person is more enjoyable than sex with yourself. Just because there's all sorts of other fun things you can do with another person. Like I said, but like you're not obligated to financially support this person for the rest of your life just because she has a pussy and she's a female. Um, you're not obligated to uphold these traditional standards anymore because it no longer applies in this post-feminist society. That's why I think all guys should go MGTOW. They should stop getting married. They should stop paying into the system. They should stop supporting women. If women truly want to be equal, if they truly want to be liberated, well then let's let them fend for themselves, and we'll fend for ourselves.
Oh yeah, so basically just leave women to their own devices. That's a better idea.
Yeah, yeah. The only problem I have in the MGTOW community is like dick policing within the movement. Like I could see like Portuguese MGTOW. That's not what he's about. People assume that's what he was, and I could see that he's not. Not even Mike the MGTOW monk. Um, I don't. I used to think he was a dick policer, but maybe I'm not so sure. But like I said, if you happen to have sex with a woman, that doesn't mean you're not MGTOW anymore. The only really criteria you have to be MGTOW is don't get married, don't cohabitate, don't have children, and you're a MGTOW.
Yeah, so make that at the very core just means don't marry, don't have too long relationships,
Yep,
and such.
that's right. And don't tie yourself down to a woman. That's what MGTOW is about. It's an act of self-preservation. That's what the philosophy is based on. I mean, because like, why should men get married if they're not getting anything out of it except more responsibility? As if we don't have enough responsibility in our lives. We're taking all the responsibility. We're taking
So,
responsibility for things that other people do. We're taking
so,
responsibility for things women do that has nothing to do with us, but we're
so
getting paid for it.
So on top of 9 to 5 jobs,
Hmm.
on top of paying taxes for women to get the money through welfare, now we have to marry them and basically take them.
Basically, the way I see it, marriage for a man is you're replacing her dad, right? Her dad's too old to support her. Now you need to be her daddy. That's basically what marriage is, and it's a fucking bullshit arrangement. If
So
that's
you,
what you're getting out of it, then fuck them.
oh, someone is posting on Discord.
Oh yeah, somebody's messaging me on Discord as well.
Matt Shangy says, I see your Daniel Vogt says, I see your channel has been terminated. Which cunt do you think may have been the culprit?
Sorry, you saw that my channel was terminated. Which cunts did it to me?
Yes, the legendary Blue Gamer. You can
Okay,
no.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you who got my channel terminated. It was a concerted effort with Lichen Theory, Jamie's Corner, and Rose Blades working together.
Oh yes.
Flagging people, filing privacy complaints, and DMCA copyright strikes.
So basically, they were spamming copyright violations.
That's right.
Also, the legendary Blue Gamer, you can also join the call.
Yeah, I know
Basically,
that.
the legendary Blue Gamer is a Sonic gamer, and I've basically been telling him all the truths and the existence. Hello, the legendary Blue Gamer.
Okay, okay. Hello. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you. Okay. Anyways, recently, there have been some douchebags, that have been harassing some innocent, people in the Sonic community.
In the what
Oh,
community? Oh, the Sonic
Sonic.
community?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, I found out something in Serbia. In Serbia, if you compliment a woman against her will, you go 6 months in jail.
What the heck?
No, it's getting ridiculous. They want everybody. Women want everybody to walk on eggshells around them.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
just horse crud.
It's getting ridiculous, the legendary Blue Gamer. In Serbia, you cannot compliment a woman against her will, which we don't even know what it means. A woman can say to the police,
Why?
"Oh,
That's bullcrap. Like, why can't you compliment a woman? Like, why can't you say something nice to them?
Oh,
Like,
you can compliment her if she finds you attractive.
oh." So
Guarantee,
basically, the
like I
legendary
noticed, I can go up to a woman and say like really naughty, dirty things to her, and I can get away with it. But some other guy who's less attractive than me will get shit for it.
the legendary Blue Gamer, this is the scenario. Hi woman, can I get permission to compliment you? It's bullshit.
oh, I see. So it's basically they are trying to get permission to compliment the woman, but they get slammed in the slammer for 6 months.
Yes, if you do not get her approval. And I'm going to show
You
you
have
the
got
email real quick. I'm
that
going
is
to
the
trans.
dumbest rule I've ever heard in my entire life.
I agree.
Igor, I really enjoyed being on your show. I'm gonna bounce for now, but thanks for
Oh,
having me on to talk to you. I gotta go and make a coffee run.
okay, the legendary Blue Gamer, I have something to show to you.
Yeah, all right.
Here is the new law, and I'm going to translate to you. So it's punishable. You can be punished for giving compliments to women against her will, invasive courtship, flattering or free behavior, something like that, making messages that sending messages that she considers inappropriate, which is bullshit. 5, I don't know what it is. 6, giving indecent offers. 7 is basically, I don't know what it is. 8 is basically talking dirty jobs on the workplace. Talking about dirty jokes in the workplace. And 7 is a double standard. A woman can force you to be in a sexual relationship, but if you do the same, you get jailed. It's bullshit, the legendary Blue Gamer.
Oh yeah. It's not as bullshit as my situation that I have to say right now, because obviously, actually, I barely won the case for this douchebag. All right, I want to show you. Okay, barely. All right,
Alright?
I'll show you somebody. Yeah, somebody may try to make a meme out of me, but I stopped them, and I barely hit the landslide. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I'll show you these people's channels and why they're in their insults. Right. Okay, let me just pull them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to show the entire screen. Just Google if you want.
Yeah, okay. So I go to this is the first guy that I go to. This is the okay, so he okay, so this guy okay, so like this turd like okay, so this is the first turd. He's been trying to mess with a guy in the Sonic community, but I can't find any of his videos on it.
Oh, so that's that.
But but I can. But there's another person who's named Infinite, but he's named JackoBoss07 though. At the at this channel on there you go. Um, his yeah, this is his channel, and he makes meme reviews, and he's basically just a big twisted piece of shit.
I'm going to see. Oh, so that's what he's up to.
He harasses people. He harasses the shit out of people.
Oh, yes, I know what
By
he's.
using graphic shit.
Yeah, he's. Some people are up to no good.
Oh yeah, and I also even said this. Oh wow, I mean with a non-hateful person that you dislike. Four
Yes,
replies. So you hate memes. Uh, and they say, so you hate memes, and then Moonlight the Ice Hog accuses me for doing like threatening her mom.
what the heck?
Yeah, she accuses me.
I also have something to show to you.
And
Wait
then
till.
oh yeah, and he's just
Oh
this
yeah.
guy's just a big bastard.
He says if you get triggered, it's your own fault. But can I show you something? It's the most bullshit thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah, show it.
Oh. Feminists call for action after man commits stair rape on train.
What the heck? You've got to be kidding me.
I I hope it's a joke because if it's not, then I don't know what to do. The organization
Okay,
known as
okay. If this
Feminist
is not,
Action Team.
if this is just a joke, then I'm just gonna be pissed about this. If this is not, then really, just why? Why? I'm sorry, but just why?
I don't understand. Just look at the name of the organization. Feminist Action Team, aka FAT. The organization known as
The facts. Oh my god, that is so disturbing yet so funny at the same time.
yes. It's funny if it was a joke, but it's not a joke. The organization known as
I
Feminist
know. I'm just saying that the organization acronym is kind of funny, yet the article is still disturbing.
Yes. The organization known as Feminist Action Team or aka FAT has called for the man to serve time after his victim took a snap of him looking at her and then presented a photo of her ordeal to the group. This is bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Considering that feminists are crazy, I don't think this is a joke.
yeah. You're right. I know. Um. Oh yeah. I want to show you the thing the video I took down. You know that one video that I told you. Okay. You know the video that took I, I was gonna tell you about earlier. Okay, okay. Here's the video that I took down. All right. wait for it. Okay. Okay, let me just share the thing, and I'm going to share it. And there we go. And I go back to this. So right here, 4 days ago, Infinite the Jackal King decided to do this bullshit and copy my stuff.
Oh, you can remove these videos for alleged copyright infringement. If you want to check your claim of copyright infringement, check the box next to the video and click retract claim.
Well, I'm not gonna give him back his video, cause he deserves it.
Oh,
He is a retard for putting up the video. He knows I get offended by those types of things.
oh yes. But he stated in his description, if you get offended, it's your own fault.
Just, I'm gonna click on this video right now. Okay, so you see right here, this is what it says.
I have more of the article. It's going to be interesting.
I know, but just read this.
I know.
This video, this video is unavailable. This due to the copyright claim of the legendary Blue Gamer, which is basically me, because obviously I'm not giving back this douchebag's video for one purpose only. He is a retarded piece of shit.
Oh yes. Okay. Feminist Action Team, aka Fat Cop Side Candice Vaughn, who were shut up, said, "We have reported the incident to police and hope they take appropriate action. We have started a campaign to identify the chauvinist pig that openly raped this woman in public. Once found, he will severely dealt with.
If,
But
oh
what
yeah, and
they
also
consider rape is staring at a woman."
what? Okay, hold on. Let me just find. Yeah, let me find. Okay, if okay, yeah. Okay, I'm back. Okay, and you were saying. Oh yeah, I see you. Um, oh yeah, I see that now.
Feminist Action Team
So
Godchild Candice runs or Feminist Action People aka FAT. Haha.
I know that.
Godchild Candice Run, who weren't chopped up, said, "We have reported the incident to police and hope they take appropriate action. We have also started a campaign We
Boy,
have also started a campaign to identify the chauvinist pig that openly raped his own in public. Once found, he will severely dealt with. He only stared at the woman. This is bullshit.
yeah, I know it's bullshit.
They're crazy."
Yeah, I know they're crazy. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to show you this thing. Was it? I think I thought there was like a. I think I saw this before, and oh yeah, um, yeah. I want to show you the Sonic movie trailer
Oh,
that Paramount just dropped.
so guys, we're watching. Also, one thing to note. I'm really close to reaching 1K subscribers. I
Oh,
basically have 800 something subscribers.
oh, that's cool. I have 312 actually.
Oh yes, I know.
So ready for the trailer?
Oh, I know.
This is my favorite part. He's gonna put in the Probably. Oh yeah, he's playing Gangsta's Paradise, by the way.
Oh, so that's that. Anyways, I think let's see how long the spring took.
Oh, here comes Jim Carrey.
All right, let's see what team does. USA Army. Oh, whoops! I have to check this.
This November.
Oh, anyways.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back a frame.
Oh, I
Okay,
think
look
the
at his
stream.
face. Look at the face. Did
Oh
you just look
yes.
at the face? Look at the face right now. Did you just see this? It's fully priceless. Look at the teeth.
Anyways, I think the stream is. I don't see many people watching the stream. It's only one people watching, so I don't think
Oh
we
yes.
the stream. So should we end the stream? What did
And
your good? Should we end the stream?
yeah,
There are absolutely no people. Three,
yeah.
two, one, end the stream right now.